All right. Good evening, everyone. This is Shelbyville weather, and we are live due to a tornado warning that has just been issued for northwestern Bedford County. So, if you've been following along the past couple minutes, we've had a tornado emergency that was issued back near Columbia, and the rotation here is currently over northern Marshall County, and it's going to be pretty close here as it enters into northwestern Bedford County and southwestern Rutherford County. Now I'm going to check to make sure that I'm live here before I go any further. Okay, so I am live. All right, so like I was saying, we have this tornado warning. So if you are in Rover and Unionville, you need to be seeking shelter. This would be the lowest floor of your home in an interior room. So maybe like a bathroom or a closet if you just have a first floor house. If you have a basement, that's the best place that you could be sheltering at this time. So let me go ahead and turn on my telestration tool here. This is the circulation that we're watching coming in from northern Marshall County. And this tornado, which has been confirmed, I don't know if it's on the ground still at this time. I don't believe it is, but this could drop again at any second. So this tornado that we can see here on the radar that I've circled in yellow is moving over Holt's Corner right now in northern Marshall County, and it's going to be pretty close to our Rover area in northwestern Bedford County over the next 10 minutes or so. So let me go ahead and turn on the correlation coefficient and see if there's any debris. So it looks like there is still some debris showing up here on the radar. Now we're looking at the Huntsville radar site since it has a better view of the storm overall. And there's the debris that you can see here. I've circled it in yellow, and this might still be just some leftover stuff from the circulation from earlier, but still, this is a very dangerous storm. So if you're in Rover or Unionville, you need to be seeking shelter at this time because there's likely a tornado on the ground in northern Marshall County that is heading our way. So let me go ahead and name off some of the streets here. I'm going to go back to the velocity. Again, the greens and the blues close together is what we look for with tornadic rotation. And you can see there's plenty of it here on the radar right now over northern Marshall County. So let me name off some of these roads that this tornado will be impacting as it moves into northwestern Bedford County. So if you live along Bunker Hill Road, Haunt Hollow Road, Kingdom Road, Longview Road, Coopertown Road, Beasley Road, Farmer Road. There's Farmer Road once again, cutting back into 41A. Anyone along 41A between Eagleville and Unionville. Manier Road, Virgil Beasley Road, and there's Blanton Road right there, Cedar Grove Road, Baptist Church Road. If I'm naming off any of the roads that you live nearby or you live on, you need to be seeking shelter right now in an interior room and away from windows. This is a very dangerous situation here, folks. We have a confirmed tornado that is on the ground, and the velocity signatures look to be getting even better on my radar here as this storm continues to push closer into extreme northwestern Bedford County. So again, here's where our tornado is right here. It's coming over 31A in the Holt's Corner community of northern Marshall County, and it's going to track very close to the northwestern portion of Bedford County in the Rover community over the next couple minutes. So again, if you're in Rover, you need to be seeking shelter at this time because there is a tornado likely on the ground here in Holt's Corner, and it is moving in your general direction. Even if you're up here in Eagleville or the Midland community, and even out towards Christiana. This tornadic circulation will be coming to you next there in southern Rutherford County. So even if it doesn't impact you directly right this second, it is moving your direction in the next couple of minutes. So you need to make sure that you're taking your tornado precautions as well. I'm going to go back to the correlation coefficient and see if there's any debris being lofted still. So it looks like that there's not any debris being lofted that I can see at this time. Kind of going back to the velocity and seeing, it looks like there's nothing co-located with the velocity signature. So that's good news, but this tornado could drop once again at any minute here as it moves into northwestern Bedford County. So again, if you're just now joining us, there is a tornado warning in effect for northwestern Bedford County, including Rover and Unionville. This is for a very dangerous tornadic circulation that will be impacting extreme northwestern Bedford County over the next 5 to 10 minutes or so. This tornado warning does not include Shelbyville, Wartrace, Bell Buckle, Normandy, Manchester, Tullahoma, or Beech Grove, okay? None of those locations are included in this tornado warning. This is strictly for Rover and Unionville in extreme northwestern Bedford County, because this circulation is going to come very, very close to the tip of the county here. So I'm going to go back to the telestration tool. Again, the reds and greens close together right here indicate where the tornado is probably occurring at this time. So I'm going to go back to the spatial tools, and we'll name off some of these streets up here in the far northwestern corner of Bedford County near Rover. Here's downtown Rover right here, okay? So we have Beasley Road, Farmer Road, Bunker Hill Road, Lamb Road, Pope Road, Fruit Valley Road, Kingdom Road, Baptist Church Road, Cedar Grove Road, Haunt Hollow Road, and then there's Fruit Valley Road once again there on the eastern side of Haunt Hollow Road, and then there's Lamb Road once again there. So again, we do have this tornadic circulation here over Holt's Corner in extreme northern Marshall County, and this circulation is coming directly towards the very northwestern tip of Bedford County over the next 2 to 3 minutes. So once again, if you are in the community of Rover, you need to be seeking shelter in a interior room away from windows. If you have a basement, please go to your basement. But if you do not have a basement, then the first floor will do fine as long as you are in a closet or a bathroom in the center of your home. We'll go back here and look. Yeah, still not seeing much. Oh, I have my telestration tool on still. Not seeing much with the debris that's being lofted by this tornado. But this is still a very dangerous storm here for the Rover community of northwestern Bedford County. I'm going to check the NWS chat real quick here. So there is a flood advisory that has been issued, but we'll go over that here in a little bit, because this tornadic circulation is coming directly into the community of Rover right now. So again, if you're in Rover, you need to be taking your tornado precautions. Here is the circulation. It's crossing Highway 99 right outside of Holt's Corner and coming right into extreme northwestern Bedford County and moving off to the northeast. So I'm going to name off these roads once again. Repetitiveness is not always bad. Tuckaway Road, Beasley Road, Bunker Hill Road, 41A North between Unionville and Eagleville, Baptist Church Road, Kingdom Road, Fruit Valley Road, Haunt Hollow Road, Lamb Road, and Pope Road. If I just named off any roads that are nearby your location, or a road that you live on, and glider loop right here also is included in this. So if I just named off any of your streets right here, this tornadic circulation is about to come right on top of you right now, and you need to be seeking shelter. This is a very, very dangerous storm for northwestern Bedford County, including the Rover community. Go ahead and clear that off real quick. All right, so again, this tornado warning is only for, they just trimmed back the warning actually. So this warning only includes Rover now, and this warning is not in effect for anyone else in Bedford County. Actually, the sun is probably shining in Tullahoma and Manchester, maybe even down here in Flat Creek and Normandy. The sun is probably shining. There's no severe weather concerns right this second in the rest of Bedford County and Coffee County, besides this tornadic circulation here in northwestern Bedford County, okay? So if you're in Shelbyville, Manchester, Tullahoma, Bell Buckle, Wartrace, Normandy, Flat Creek, everyone is okay if you're in those areas. This is only for the city of Rover here in extreme northwestern Bedford County, right along Kingdom Road and Baptist Church Road and 41A here, right at the top of Bedford County, right before you go into Rutherford County here on 41A. I'm going to check some of the comments here. Yeah, the city of Rover. The town of Rover, city of Rover, yeah. It's, whatever it is, there's a tornadic circulation right on top of it right now. So, let me turn on the spatial tools once again here, and I'll name off these streets. So, Tuckaway Road, Beasley Road, Baptist Church Road, Kingdom Road, Fruit Valley Road, Bunker Hill Road, Glider Loop, Lamb Road, Haunt Hollow Road, Coopertown Road, Cedar Grove Road, and again 41A between Rover and Eagleville is where this tornadic circulation is. The reds and the greens close together right here over Highway 99. That would be where the tornado is located right now. All right, so we have a new radar scan in here, and the rotation has become a little less defined, I would say. It's a little more broad. Let me check radar scope too, just to make sure. But again, this tornadic circulation could spin up a tornado, just like it's been doing over the past 30, 45 minutes over Murray and Marshall County. So this is where the tornado would likely be, heading into southern Rutherford County right now and off towards the Christiana area. So this is where the circulation is. It's right over top of, let me name off these streets again. Right over top of Bunker Hill Road and Haunt Hollow Road and Pope Road as you head into Rutherford County. So the circulation is almost out of Bedford County, but we'll keep on the live stream here for a little bit longer until we can give an all clear here for Bedford County for the time being. So once again, if you're just now joining us, there is a tornado warning in effect for northwestern Bedford County, including the city of Rover or town of Rover. This tornado warning is in effect for another 19 minutes. Shelbyville, Manchester, Tullahoma, Bell Buckle, Wartrace, and Normandy are not in the path of this tornadic circulation. This is strictly for Rover and extreme northwestern Bedford County. I'm going to go to the debris product, make sure there's nothing showing up. With the debris product, we like to look at the for the blue colors, and I'm not seeing very much in the way of debris being lofted by this circulation right now. So I don't think there's a tornado on the ground, but this is still a very dangerous situation for southern Rutherford County and northwestern Bedford County. There's a lot of lightning with this storm too, and probably some pretty big hail on the northern portion of this circulation here over Eagleville, probably getting some quarter, maybe even up to golf ball sized hail up here in the Eagleville area, and that's moving off towards Murfreesboro. So all right, so the circulation looks to have left Bedford County almost completely by now. It's over, I would say it's along Haunt Hollow Road in southern Rutherford County, but I believe that the worst of the rotation is pretty much completely out of Bedford County. So if you are in Unionville, I'm giving you guys the all clear because technically y'all have been removed from the tornado warning altogether. That happened a couple minutes ago. But for the Rover area, just give me a couple more minutes here and make sure that this circulation has completely left the county. This is running, the radar software is running a little bit behind. So it's not updating right at the minute. So it's a little bit behind, but the main circulation is pretty much out of Bedford County entirely at this point. But Rover, just stay with me for a couple more moments here, and we'll give you the all clear. Whit, I bet you're right. Those cicadas are pretty upset right now. So here's the latest radar update, and you can see that the main circulation here has pretty much entered Rutherford County at this point. I'll check the correlation coefficient one more time to make sure that there's no debris being lofted, and I'm not seeing anything from the Huntsville radar site. I'll go ahead and check the Nashville radar site just to make sure too. I'm going to have to zoom back down in here, guys. I'm sorry. But I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing any debris as being lofted by this circulation at this point. So I think it's pretty safe for you to come out of your safe place if you are in Rover in northwestern Bedford County, because this circulation looks to stay north of the state line or the county line into Rutherford County over the next couple minutes. But if you're in Christiana, I would it would probably be a safe bet to start thinking about heading to your safe place, because this tornado warning might be extended eastward into eastern Rutherford County over the next couple minutes here. Yeah, the tornado sirens are probably going off everywhere in Bedford County right now. But I do not. There's no reason for them to be going off anywhere other than Rover and Unionville at the start of the warning before they were taken out of it. So, again, here's the circulation, the reds and the greens close together, and it's completely out of Bedford County at this point. But it is heading right towards Christiana. So if you know anyone in Christiana or you're watching from Christiana, you want to go ahead and start thinking about taking your tornado precautions because this storm is heading your direction. Now, I'm getting a lot of questions about how will this round affect round 2 later. So this is round 1, and this is one of the isolated supercells that I've been talking about since, for the last couple days. And there's additional activity that is expected to form and move in later tonight, most likely a squall line, and that will bring more of a damaging wind threat. But there also will be a threat of a few spin-up tornadoes as well. But this storm here really is not going to impact our available the storm energy for tonight's round of storms. And honestly, no one else in Bedford or Coffee County has seen rain today, minus the few up here in extreme northern and extreme, maybe northeastern Coffee County over the next 30 minutes or so. We'll get in on some of this rain. So there's definitely still a lot of energy in the atmosphere, and there's a lot of fuel to work with for storms later this evening. I'll continue to stay on the live here until the tornado warning is ends for Bedford County, just to be on the safe side. But here's the circulation. Right here. And it's Christiana is right here somewhere, right in here. I don't have the shapefile for Rutherford County loaded in, so I'm not seeing the community names show up. But that's where Christiana is, right in here, and the circulation is going to be coming right over Christiana over the next couple minutes. But right now, the plan from the Weather Service is to issue a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag downstream from this tornado warning that we have right now. But they say that they may have to reissue the warning if rotation tightens up. So right now, the plan is to just issue a severe thunderstorm warning as opposed to a tornado warning for, I guess that would be eastern Rutherford County, and the severe thunderstorm warning might include portions of Bedford and Coffee here over the next couple minutes. But we'll just stay on and see what happens with this severe thunderstorm warning. So we have some heavy rain that's falling over Rover right now, and Unionville might get in on it here in just a minute. But honestly, there's not much else going on across the area. Not much at all, besides the severe thunderstorm and possible tornado up here in southern Rutherford County. Unionville is looking pretty good. Unionville's looking pretty good right now. Probably going to see some rain here in just a minute, but there's no tornado concerns with this particular storm. Now there are going to be storms later this evening that we will watch, and might even have to watch some of these that are forming down here southwest of us around Lawrenceburg right now, but they don't look too concerning for the time being anyway. So It's just something that we'll have to watch. But for right now, everyone in Bedford and Coffee looks pretty good, minus maybe the extreme northern portion of both counties, where the severe thunderstorm warning might come out here in just a minute. But we'll just have to wait and see. So if you're in Murfreesboro right now, um, there's definitely still some rotation. So they did issue the tornado warning again. So, oh gosh, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, this is okay. So they did decide to issue the tornado warning once again, and this includes both Bedford and Coffee. So here's the tornadic circulation, and it is well into Rutherford County at this point. But the warning is going to be for extreme northern portions of Bedford and Coffee. And I'll once the polygon pops up here in just a minute, we'll take a look at it. But if you're in Rover, you're fine. Unionville, you're fine. Again, for the time being, until more storms get going here. But we'll see what this new tornado warning looks like in just a second when it pops up. If you're in Tullahoma, Manchester, Shelbyville, you're fine. This is strictly for this tornadic circulation that's over Christiana, and let me see which way it's moving. Okay, so it's moving due east right now. So with the current track it's taking, it might clip extreme northwestern Coffee County here. But that's really the only portion of my coverage area that I'm concerned about. But if you're in Christiana or along 231, you need to be seeking shelter because this circulation has produced a tornado before. So here's the new tornado warning polygon. So it does not include Beech Grove, but the tornado warning polygon does include Lakewood Park in northern Coffee County. So let me turn off the telestration tool, and then I'll recircle here where the tornadic circulation is. It's right over Christiana right now, and it's moving east at 30 miles an hour. So if you are along Highway 64 in extreme northwestern Coffee County, so Beech Grove up towards Woodbury, along Highway 64, I would be seeking shelter right now. But if everyone in Bedford County will be pretty much okay with this particular tornado warning. Unionville's fine for the time being. So this with this particular storm. No, Shelbyville does not need to take shelter from this storm. The tornado sirens are probably going off, but this tornadic circulation is well north of the Bedford County line at this point. War Trace is fine as well. Bell Buckle, War Trace, anyone but Lakewood Park in Coffee County is okay. If you are in Lakewood Park in Coffee County, then you need to be seeking shelter. Otherwise, you're pretty much okay. I'm going to go ahead and look at the correlation coefficient here, see if there's any debris. Not seeing anything. So we'll go back and just kind of watch the rotation here on the radar as this circulation, which is still fairly impressive, moves eastward over southern Rutherford County, and potentially over the next couple minutes here into extreme northwestern Coffee County. I'm trying to keep up with the comments here on my iPad. Estill Springs and Winchester is fine. This is just for southern Rutherford County and northwestern Coffee County. I do not think that the circulation will be close enough to Deerfield Elementary School. You're not actually even included in the severe thunderstorm or the tornado warning, excuse me. So I think y'all will be okay. This the main portion of the county that I'm worried about is just this little portion right here along Highway 64. I'll name off some of the streets here real quick while we're sitting here. So here's the tornadic circulation. It's between Christiana and Interstate 24 right now, and it's moving east at 30 miles an hour. So I'll go ahead and turn on the road naming tools. So Long Branch Road, Harrell Hollow Road, Lawrence Branch Road, Juergens Branch Road, Paul Harrell Road, K. Parker Road, Fraser Road, Green Road, and then a State Route 64 between Beech Grove and Woodbury need to be seeking shelter from for this tornado warning. Again, this is going to be your interior room on your lowest floor of your home. So if you have a basement, that would be ideal. But if you do not have a basement, then just a closet or a bathroom on the first floor will be fine, as long as you're away from windows and away from exterior walls. Exit 105 is fine. This is if I didn't name off your road right here that I'm talking about in up here in extreme northwestern Coffee County, then you're going to be okay with this tornado warning here. So here's the circulation. It's getting a little more broad as time goes on here, but there's probably still going to be some pretty high winds either way. The Nashville radar is showing winds of 60 to 70 miles an hour coming through, straight line winds of 60 to 70 miles an hour potentially coming through Christiana right now. So even if there's not a tornado, the straight line wind threat is still going to be fairly significant. So this is where the tornado would be, right in here where the reds and the greens meet. And it'll be coming right over extreme northwestern Coffee County over the next couple minutes here, right along the Highway 64 corridor in Coffee County. If you're in Bedford County along the Highway 64 corridor, you're fine from this particular tornado warning. We'll go ahead and take a look at the bigger picture here, since the warning or the circulation is still in southern Rutherford County. So you can kind of see the circulation here showing up on reflectivity, where you're looking at the rain and the hail and things like that, and you can see the little inflow notch right here, and then where the circulation would be on the storm. So there are a few more storms that have formed. This is between Columbia or Mount Pleasant and Lewisburg along 65. And there's a few more storms that have popped up, but I really don't see a big issue with those right now, but that could change. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, because this is still considered round one, because round two has not come through yet. And we'll go through the Yeah, okay. I'm going to put this up on the screen here and go in for a closer view. And we'll look at the simulated radar here over the next couple hours. So this is what the radar could look like over the next couple hours here. So here's Bedford and Coffee County right in here. And this is still considered round one right here. And then you can see closer to midnight, 1 a.m. that we have this line of storms that forms to our northwest and then moves in well after dark and into early tomorrow morning. So this would be the line of storms here. Probably exits the area no later than 4 or 5 in the morning. But it's going to be a pretty noisy night, and I don't want to forget that there is a threat for some flooding too. This is not just a tornado severe weather threat. There's also the threat for some flooding as well. All right, I'm going to look in the NWS chat here. All right, so the I'll come back in and we'll look at the circulation. So here is where it would be, the reds and the greens close together here, and coming east at 30 miles an hour. So it's going to clip, extreme northwestern Coffee County, but for the most part, it's going to stay to the north, which is good news for our area. Still no signs of debris being lofted, so I don't believe that this tornado circulation is on the ground, which is good. Yeah, so I just saw that in the chat room here that there was a funnel cloud that was reported in Christiana a couple minutes ago. So the circulation is definitely still concerning because people are seeing funnel clouds and wall clouds, probably low hanging clouds, stuff like that. But I don't think there's a tornado on the ground at this point. So this tornado warning is in effect for Lakewood Park and points north. So I'll name off some of these streets again here that are in the tornado warning. So I didn't mean to turn that on. So Harrow Hollow Road, Long Branch Road, Lawrence Branch Road, Juergens Branch Road, Green Road, K. Parker Road, Fraser Road, and Sutton's Branch Road, and then State Route 64 here. And there's the circulation. As you can see, it's going to clip right across northwestern Coffee County here. I mean, this is as far north and west as you can get in Coffee County before you get into Cannon and Rutherford. So this is really, really far up. And this has nothing to do with Manchester or Tullahoma at all. Yes, Unionville is okay. Marissa, the tornado threat will not be as high during the line because these tornadoes that happen within squall lines tend to be short-lived and relatively weak, but this is considered a supercell thunderstorm, and these types of tornadoes can be long track and produce a lot of damage over a long period of time. But when you have the squall lines, usually the tornado will be on the ground for maybe 5 minutes at the most, and then it'll lift back up. So the tornado threat is not nearly as high with the squall line this evening. The main threat there will be 70 plus mile per hour winds, but it's definitely something to still keep an eye on. Is going to be the tornado threat and the severe weather threat period later this evening. But the tornado threat will be relatively lower tonight compared to right now. Yeah, there's going to be some pretty dark clouds looking off to the north if you're in Bedford County. Um, but I do not believe that this is going to be a threat for Bedford County at all now, but just the northwestern portion of Coffee County here. What road is the hail on in Christiana? So here's where the hail is, and it's right along Manchester Highway, Highway 41, and I-24, and then even State Highway 99 between State Route 64 and Murfreesboro. But this is not in our area. Um, so. So there is a new severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued for this little hail core right here. Yeah, there it is. It just popped up here on the screen. So the again, this is just skirting Bedford County by a thread here. But there is a severe thunderstorm warning here for Rover and right just north of Deason along the county line with Rutherford County. So I'm going to go ahead and look at the velocity to see. Um, yeah, there's a so um, there is a little bit of rotation showing up with this storm here between Rover and Unionville, and this is in the severe thunderstorm warning that has just been issued. So, but right now there's not any immediate tornado concerns, um, but there is a little bit of rotation showing up there between Rover and Unionville along 41A. So that'll be something to keep an eye on here with this severe thunderstorm warning that is now in effect for northern Bedford County. Let me go ahead and switch back to the velocity view here in northwestern Coffee County. So we still have this a little bit of rotation here showing up. The reds and the greens close together would indicate tornadic rotation. Check to see if there's any debris being lofted. No. So there might be a lowering or a wall cloud, something like that, over just north and east of Beech Grove. But I do not believe that this is a crazy tornadic signature on the radar here. So we'll go back to the reflectivity view, and I want to keep an eye on this rotation here, just in case. But there's not a tornado warning or anything for Rover or Unionville, but it's just something I want to keep an eye on because these storms have been spinning like a top today. So there's definitely a threat there that I want to keep an eye on just in case. But for the time being, there is no immediate concern of a tornado in Rover or Unionville. But as this storm moves east, we might... and it continues to strengthen. If it does continue to strengthen, we may have some problems here in the next 20 to 30 minutes or so. No, it's not raining in the majority of Bedford County. There is some rain falling up here in Rover, but as you can see, this is the county line right here to the north. There's not very much rain falling at all. Now there is a storm coming out of Lewisburg, and that is moving northeastward. But for the time being, there's not very much rain going on anywhere in Bedford or Coffee County, which is good news. Other than up here in Rover, that's already been hit once with a tornadic circulation. So and now they're getting in on a little bit of rain. So. Manchester was never under a warning of any kind. This is strictly for extreme northwestern Coffee County, like just the between mile marker 0 and 2 on Highway 64. I mean, this is a really short period here that's under the tornado warning. And there's not really much going on besides this severe thunderstorm warning in the Rover area, and there is a little bit of rotation, but it doesn't look even as good as it did a couple minutes ago. So that's good news there. I'll keep an eye on it over the next couple minutes here just to make sure. All right, so we do have a severe thunderstorm warning that is about to come out for this storm here, located between Chapel Hill and Lewisburg in Marshall County. And this storm is going to be moving into Bedford County over the next couple minutes here. The warning has not come out yet for this severe thunderstorm, but there is some rotation showing up here on the radar. So this is something we'll have to keep an eye on as it moves north and eastward into Bedford County. So if let me see which way this storm is moving for sure, just to make 100% certain. Yeah, so this storm is almost moving directly east. All right, so the new severe thunderstorm warning has just come out, and this does include central Bedford County. So it's actually moving almost due east, like the storm up to our north is, that's impacting Rutherford County. So this new severe thunderstorm warning polygon it'll pop up here in just a second, but it'll include Shelbyville, and this is for this supercell thunderstorm that is coming out of Marshall County and moving our direction. So this storm or this severe thunderstorm warning will be in effect until 7:45 p.m. and 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail will be possible with this storm. And Shelbyville is in the path of this severe thunderstorm. So there is some rotation showing up with this storm as well. So the NWS has added a tornado possible tag to it. So if you are in Shelbyville, if you wouldn't mind sharing this live stream out and letting people in central Bedford County know that there is now a storm that is formed and is moving directly towards central Bedford County, because we've been trying to cover the storms to our north, that we've kind of got ahead of ourselves there on the storms that are coming in from the west right now. So again, this is our new severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect, and here's our polygon. So this severe thunderstorm warning is for Unionville, Deason, Bell Buckle, Wartrace, Shelbyville, El Bethel, Bedford, and Wheel. And this severe thunderstorm is currently along 431 just north of Lewisburg and moving east at 30 miles an hour. So we'll go ahead and put the velocity view on here, and this storm definitely is rotating pretty nicely. As you can see here, we have the circulation right just north of Lewisburg, and it's moving. That was a horrible line. I meant to draw it like that. And it's moving to the east towards Shelbyville and El Bethel, and maybe the northern portions of Wheel over the next 15 to 20 minutes here, okay? So if you know anyone that is in Shelbyville or Central Bedford County that maybe got off the live because they thought that the storms were done or weren't going to come to Shelbyville, please make sure that you get them back on here, because there is a new severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect with the tornado possible tag, because we do have some pretty good rotation showing up on this supercell thunderstorm that is entering Bedford County from Marshall County. All right, so I'm going to switch over to the Huntsville radar site here, and hopefully we'll be able to get a little better view of the circulation that is being warned on with this severe thunderstorm warning here. So there is a little bit of hail showing up on the radar too, but you have this hook signature right here. So I'll turn on the telestration tool. You have the hook signature showing up right here. So you have the rain-cooled air coming back around the storm, and then you have the warm moist air feeding into the storm, and then this is where the tornado may be or could form here in just a little bit. So in Marshall County, they're reporting a wall cloud with this severe thunderstorm as well. So if that gives you any indication for the kind of storm that is about to move into central Bedford County here, including Shelbyville, El Bethel, Wheel, the Bedford community, this is definitely going to be a very strong storm here, and we might be dealing with a tornadic circulation here in just a little bit if this continues to strengthen. So I'm going to go to the velocity data, and you can see that we do have some rotation showing up here over Highway 431 and just to the west of 31A in Marshall County. And this rotation is coming towards Bedford County just north of Wheel, and probably within the next 20 minutes or so will be into the Shelbyville area. So right now there is not a tornado warning in effect with this storm. This is just a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag, which basically means that, hey, we're watching this storm. It has some pretty impressive rotation on it, but for the time being, there is not any need for immediate concern. All right, so a new tornado warning is about to come out here for Bedford County. And so there is a tornado warning that's about to be issued for Shelbyville. So if you were in the city of Shelbyville, you need to be seeking shelter at this time. So like I was saying, there is a tornado warning that is about to be issued here on this storm in Marshall County that's moving into Bedford County. So your phones are about to go off. You're about to get a lot of alerts here over the next couple minutes. But a tornado warning is about to come out for this circulation here with this supercell thunderstorm coming in from Marshall County. All right, so the tornado warning has just come out, and we'll see the polygon show up here in just a second. And this tornado warning is for Bedford, Marshall, and Rutherford County. And again, this storm is moving east at 30 miles an hour. So it'll be into Bedford County within the next 10 minutes or so as it tracks our direction. So here's where the tornadic circulation is located at this time. This is in Marshall County, so right between State Highway 272 and US Highway 31A. This is where the possible tornado would be located at. You have the reds going away from the radar and the greens going towards the radar site. And when they meet close together like that is where the possible tornado would be located at, okay? So this will be moving into Wheel momentarily. I'm going to go ahead and name off some of the streets here that will be impacted by this tornadic circulation as it enters Bedford County. So if you live along Jack Pickle Lane, Hawkins Chapel Road, Fishing Ford Road, Sims Springs Road, Warner Bridge Road, Card Road, Sims Road, Mount Lebanon Church Road, and Whitaker Road, and along State Highway 64 here in extreme western Bedford County around the Wheel community. This is the first area that's going to be up to play around with our tornadic circulation here for Bedford County. So I'm going to turn off the telestration tool and we will look at this tornado warning polygon that we have. So Again, the tornado warning is in this red box right here, and it includes Shelbyville, El Bethel, Bedford, Wheal, the Shelbyville Airport, Deason, just outside of Bell Buckle, and Unionville. You are all included in this tornado warning that has been issued for Bedford County. So if you're in Wartrace, Normandy, Flat Creek, and everyone in Coffee County, you are not included in this severe or in this tornado warning. This is strictly for Shelbyville, El Bethel, Unionville, Deason, Wheal, and the Bedford community here in Bedford County. So if you are in the city of Shelbyville, you need to be seeking shelter at this time. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the tornado warning precaution slide that we have here. So when you are in a tornado warning, which everyone in the city of Shelbyville is under this tornado warning, you need to be seeking shelter in a sturdy room or in a sturdy building, an interior room on the lowest floor with no windows. Some things that you can bring with you to your closet or safe place include helmets, pillows and blankets, a whistle. Make sure all your dogs and cats are on leashes if possible. And then put your infants in a car carrier too. That's also very important. So we'll go back to the radar screen here and see exactly where this tornadic circulation is located at. So here's a few of the locations that will be impacted by this this tornadic circulation as it moves in from the east or from the west. So we have El Bethel around 7:35, Shelbyville Airport around 7:42, Deason 7:44, Bell Buckle 7:52, Wartrace 7:54, Fairfield 7:59, and Beech Grove 8:04 p.m. So those are a few of the locations that will be impacted by this tornadic circulation here over the next little bit. But everyone in Shelbyville needs to be seeking shelter at this time. You do not need to be out on the roadways. This is a very dangerous supercell thunderstorm. We do not get these very often in Middle Tennessee. This is a very dangerous situation here for central Bedford County. And especially in the Wheal area, along any of these roads that I named, like Card Road, Sims Springs Road, Warner Bridge Road, Mount Lebanon Church Road, Sims Road, Haskins Chapel Road, Jack Pickle Lane, and along Highway 64. These are going to be some of the first areas to be impacted by this tornadic circulation. And you can even see it pretty well here showing up on the reflectivity view. You don't even have to turn on the velocity data. And you can see where the tornadic circulation is right at the bottom of that hook. And we also have some hail showing up here that'll move along with our tornadic circulation. But this is where about the tornadic circulation will be moving towards as it continues eastward at about 30 miles an hour. So again, if you were in the city of Shelbyville, if you're in El Bethel, if you're in Deason, if you're in Wheal, if you're in Bedford, you need to be seeking shelter right now because there is a tornado warning in effect. There is a very impressive tornado signature showing up here on the radar, and we need to be taking this very, very seriously. This is nothing to play around with, folks. So again, here is our tornadic circulation, the reds and the greens close together, and it's about to enter Bedford County here, right along these roads that I've listed off on the screen earlier. So if you're in the city of Shelbyville, if you're in Wheal, if you're in Bedford, you need to be seeking shelter right now because this tornadic circulation is coming in at this time. So I'm going to go ahead and name off a few of the roads that'll be impacted a little bit later on down the stretch as this tornadic circulation continues to enter Bedford County. So let me turn them on. Okay. So again, Warner Bridge Road comes all the way into Shelbyville. If you live anywhere along Warner Bridge Road, you need to be in your safe place at this time. But Mulder Road, Lower Halls Mill Road, Pass Road, there's Sims Road right in through there. We have Halls Mill Road and Wheel Road. If I'm naming off any of your streets that you live nearby or live around, that's basically exactly where the tornadic circulation is going to pass over. Okay, and then next up will be right along Highway 41A. Oh, this is this is a very impressive tornadic signature showing up here directly over the county line right now. So if you are in Wheel, you need to be in your safe place at this time. This is a very dangerous, very dangerous tornadic signature that I'm seeing here. I'm not seeing any debris being lofted yet, which is great news. But something could drop at any moment. There's probably a really big wall cloud that's lowering out of the base of the storm right now. It's going to look pretty scary, and this circulation is going to come right across the northern portion of Shelbyville. So if you live along 41A, the Union Station subdivision, you need to be in your safe place at this time. Some of the newer subdivisions, Green Hills subdivision, you need to be in your safe place at this time. Shaw Road, Old Nashville Dirt Road, all the way up around the bypass. This circulation is going to come right up in your alley, okay? And right in there around El Bethel, near the Dollar Tree or the Dollar General, all that stuff. And tornadic circulation is going to come right over top of there, okay? So again, if you are in the city of Shelbyville, El Bethel, or Wheel, you need to be in your safe place right now. So this is a very dangerous storm that is moving into Bedford County. In addition to the tornadic circulation that we have here, there is some hail. Probably have some quarter to maybe even golf ball sized hail that is occurring just north of the circulation. So right along State Highway 270. Probably getting some pretty big hail right now. And this is all moving towards the Shelbyville Airport and over towards Bell Buckle eventually too as this moves eastward. So, again, we have this tornadic circulation that is coming directly over Wheel right this second. So if you were in Wheel, you need to be in your safe place at this time. In El Bethel and northwestern Shelbyville, including Union Station and Union Heights, Cloverdale Lane, Cloverdale Road, and up towards Green Hills, you need to be in your safe place right now. This is a very dangerous situation here for Bedford County. So I need everyone to be in your safe place if you're in Shelbyville and El Bethel and Wheel. Flat Creek is not included in this tornado warning. This circulation here will stay north of Flat Creek. So the only areas that I'm concerned about right now are Wheel, El Bethel, and Shelbyville. So it's really hard to tell right now, but there very well could be a tornado on the ground right now in western Bedford County. So this is a very dangerous circulation here. Let me go ahead and name off some of these streets again. So I keep on doing that. Let me turn on the spatial tools. Okay. So we have Sim Springs Road, Card Road, Lower Halls Mill Road. Yeah, this is a very dangerous situation here, folks. I've never, in the 5 years that I've been doing this, I've never seen a tornadic signature like this show up in Bedford County. This is a very dangerous circulation. And I mean, there's probably a tornado on the ground right now, if I had to guess, right over Hawkins Chapel Road and Sim Springs Road in western Bedford County, just north of Wheel. There is probably a tornado on the ground right now, and it is moving directly towards El Bethel. So this is not something to play around with. If you were in El Bethel, along 41A, you need to be taking shelter right now. If you live along Warner Bridge Road, Mulder Road, Halls Mill Road, you need to be seeking shelter from this, what looks like probable tornado that is on the ground right now. Let me go ahead and see if there is anything showing up in the debris signature. We're pretty far away from the radar site, so it really is hard to tell. But I'm going to activate the live scan here. And this signature showing up on the radar is very concerning here. It's right along Warner Bridge Road right now, and it is moving off to the east at 30 miles an hour. So right along, right there where I have the El Bethel labeled, that's going to be where the Dollar General is, right there in the middle of El Bethel. And this tornadic circulation is coming directly towards El Bethel. So here are some of the road names. So Troop Road, and then there's Warner Bridge Road once again, El Bethel Road, Shaw Road. That's Peacock Lane right there. And then even down here into the Union Station subdivision, you need to be seeking shelter. This is a very dangerous tornadic circulation that'll be entering the northern communities of Shelbyville over the next couple minutes. You're probably going to see a wall cloud, maybe even a funnel cloud and a tornado coming out right over the northern portion of town here, but you need to be seeking shelter if you are in Shelbyville and El Bethel and Wheel. So we have a update from the Weather Service here. It doesn't look like that they have confirmed that a tornado is on the ground, which is good news right now, but still, one could be dropping at any moment here. This is a very, very dangerous storm here in western Bedford County. So the reds and the greens close together right here between Wheel and El Bethel. This is about to cross over 41A in the next 5 to 10 minutes here right along Shaw Road and Warner Bridge Road in western Bedford County. I will go back to the velocity data real quick and show you that there is a lot of hail falling. So if you're along the 270 or 41A corridor up towards Unionville, there's likely some large hail that's falling. It's probably going to be right along 231 in the next 15 minutes or so. The large hail is, and then this is where the tornado would be located, if there is one, is right here in this little hook that we see showing up on the radar. So it looks like that there is another tornado warning that is about to be issued for Coffee County. So I'll keep an eye on that here in just a minute, but I really do want to stay on this one because it's going through some really populated areas here in just a minute. So I'm going to go back to the velocity data here. It looks a little more messy than it did just a minute ago when it was coming in from Marshall County, but this tornadic circulation is coming directly up on El Bethel right now along the 41A corridor. So Warner Bridge Road and Troop Road, and there's, I don't know why it says Hardison Lane, that's Peacock Lane, but we have Shaw Road and Old Nashville Dirt Road, and Rabbit Branch Road. There's Warner Bridge Road once again, Mulder Road, Lower Halls Mill Road. If I'm naming off any of the roads that you live on, then you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately because a tornadic circulation is about to come over top of your location. So About to get a new scan in here real quick, and we'll see where the circulation is. So it's coming directly into the city of Shelbyville and just off to the north of Shelbyville. So again, if you were in the city of Shelbyville, you need to be in your safe place at this time with this tornadic circulation that is moving right into town. I'm going to take a quick moment right here to look at the tornado warning that is in effect for northern Coffee County. So this includes just north of Summitville along Highway 55 and over towards Morrison. So the reds and the greens close together, as you can see showing up here. The Huntsville radar site is kind of getting a bad image of the circulation from where it's sitting at, but there is definitely some rotation going on here in extreme northeastern Coffee County. But I do want to go back to the tornado warning that we have here for the city of Shelbyville, as this tornadic circulation is about to come directly over town. So again, if you were in the city of Shelbyville, you need to be seeking shelter at this time because there is a tornadic circulation that is about to come directly over downtown and just off to the north of downtown. If you have a Shelbyville address, you need to be in your safe place. What about this street? What about that street? If you were in the city limits of Shelbyville, you need to be in your safe place. This tornadic circulation is right on the west side of town right now. There's probably a pretty good wall cloud, might even be a funnel cloud or a tornado with this. So Dover Street, right here in the Union Station subdivision, and there's 41A North once again. There's West Jackson Street, West Lane Street, and then Warner Bridge Road, Sims Road. Here's US 231. That this Fayetteville Highway goes down that way, and then you have going off towards Murfreesboro up here to the north, and we have the Green Hills subdivision, Fair Lane subdivision right in through here, Old Nashville Dirt Road, and there's North Main Street right in through here, Fairfield Pike, Midland Road, Horse Mountain Road. If you were in the city limits of Shelbyville, you need to be seeking shelter at this time because there is a tornadic circulation about to come right over town, okay? So, once again, there is a tornadic circulation about to move over the city of Shelbyville with a wall cloud and a possible tornado. So you need to be seeking shelter in an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. This circulation is about to leave the tornado warning polygon once it gets on the east side of town, so we'll have to see if they want to extend this up. So the circulation is almost directly over the Union Station subdivision and these subdivisions that are right up here along 41A. The circulation is a little less defined, but I think that's because there's not any rain for the radar to sample. So it's a little bit trickier to sample some of the winds and find a discrete spot of rotation. But this storm is definitely rotating, and there is a possible tornado right over the subdivisions in northwestern Shelbyville along 41A. And this includes Mack Street and Dover Street, places like that as well. And this will eventually be moving over towards Kroger and Walmart and Lowe's up on North Main Street in Shelbyville. If you're on Horse Mountain Road, you need to be in your safe spot at this time. There is a tornadic circulation that's coming over the city of Shelbyville right now. So here is the latest radar scan from the Huntsville radar site, and we can see that the circulation would be right in through here, directly over the Union Station and Fairfield Lane, Church of Christ area, places like that. And it's moving off to the east towards Walmart, Kroger, Lowe's, right along the main strip here on 231 North Main Street. Yes, Will is in the clear from this particular severe thunderstorm / tornado warning. So this is where the tornadic circulation is right now. This is 41A Union Street, right on the northwest side of Shelbyville. And it's moving towards Walmart, Kroger, Lowe's, right along North Main Street, and eventually off towards the Horse Mountain Road and Fairfield Pike area in northeastern Shelbyville. This is a very, very dangerous circulation here, folks. Very, very dangerous. If you are in the city of Shelbyville, you need to be seeking shelter right now. There is probably some hail that's falling right around the airport in Shelbyville. Probably quarter, maybe golf ball sized hail that's falling around the airport and industrial park hospital area. But the tornadic circulation is right here where I've circled with the greens and the reds close together right here, coming right across the northern portion of Shelbyville. This is a very, very dangerous circulation in Shelbyville. I'm going to go ahead and name off some of the streets here. I'm going to turn off that and come in for a closer look here. If there was a tornado on the ground, it would be directly over 41A right now. We're about to get a new radar scan in here. So let me turn this on. All right, so Old Nashville Dirt Road, Kingwood Avenue, Fairfield Pike, Scotland Heights, Tulip Tree Road, Glen Oaks Road, Gowan Drive, Deary Street, Green Lane, Northside Professional Drive. All. If I'm naming off any of your streets, there is a very dangerous tornadic circulation directly over you right now. This is a very dangerous situation here. The greens are winds that are blowing towards the radar site, and the reds are blowing away from the radar site. And right here in the middle, almost directly over Kroger in Shelbyville, is where this potential tornado is right now. If you were in Shelbyville, you need to stay in your safe place. It looks like there is some pretty heavy wind coming with the downdraft on the back side of the rotation here. So 53 mile per hour winds here being sampled by the Huntsville radar site. So it does look like that the Weather Service is not going to extend the tornado warning for further into Bedford County. So the rotation did broaden it out quite a bit there within the last scan even. But there still is some very strong wind gusts, probably severe wind gusts that are coming down into downtown Shelbyville right now, coming in from the northwest. So there's still going to be the threat for some damaging winds over the next couple minutes here, but the tornado threat for the time being has dropped just a smidge, which is good news. But we're gonna stay with it here, even with the severe thunderstorm warning, as this storm continues to move off to the east at 30 miles an hour. So here's the reason why the circulation has come down so quick over the past couple minutes, is because there's a storm near Pleasant Grove and Flat Creek that is trying to get ingested by the parent supercell that we have over Shelbyville. So once this storm gets ingested, we'll have to look and see if it can re-intensify. But for the time being, most of the warm inflow of air that the circulation was getting over Wheel and even the western side of Shelbyville is being impeded by this storm to the south, which is good news. But there's definitely still some rotation going on. This is still a dangerous storm. There's going to be some very strong straight line winds that are coming into Shelbyville right now, more than likely. But for the time being, the tornado warning will be let go, I believe, and will be reissued with a severe thunderstorm warning. So with that being said, there's still some hail that's falling from the Shelbyville Airport down to the bypass interchange. And this is moving towards the Highway 269 corridor between Bell Buckle and Wartrace. Okay, well, they just issued a new tornado warning. So they didn't go with the severe thunderstorm warning. They decided to issue a tornado warning instead. So this tornado warning will likely be for Coffee County, so further east into Coffee County, and then Normandy, Haley, Wartrace, places like that will also be included in this new tornado warning that has just been issued. So they decided to go with a tornado warning instead of a severe thunderstorm warning for this particular storm, and it is also sped up just a tad, and it's moving east at 50 miles an hour now instead of 30. So here's the new tornado warning here. So this includes Shelbyville, Normandy, Haley, Wartrace, Bell Buckle, Beech Grove, Manchester, Asbury, Summitville, Lakewood Park, Beech Grove. If I didn't say that already, you were all included in this new tornado warning that has been issued. Now I'm going to go ahead and throw this up real quick and give you some tornado warning precautions. So if you're in Manchester, your phone probably just blew up with a warning that said you need to seek shelter immediately. So this is what you do. Make sure you're in a sturdy building, in a interior room on the lowest floor, and you are away from windows. If you are in a house that has a basement, that is absolutely the best place to be. But if you do not have a house with a basement, the ground floor will be enough. In addition, helmets, pillows and blankets, a whistle, dogs on leashes, and infants in a car carrier. These are all good things to remember to bring with you into your tornado safe place. So right now, there's some pretty big hail that's falling in and around Wartrace, between 231 and Wartrace. And then the circulation is starting to ramp back up here on the south side, or the east side of town, along State Highway 64 and 41A, right here, Wartrace Pike and Tullahoma Highway. So this is the latest radar scan from the Huntsville radar site, and the rotation is starting to pick back up. It's drifted a little bit further south, and I think that's due in part to the storm that it's ingesting from southern Bedford County. But the rotation is definitely getting stronger here. Oh, I forgot to turn that back on. So here's a tornadic circulation that we're seeing on the radar right over the Wartrace Pike and 41A intersection in eastern Shelbyville. So the reds are blowing away from the radar, the greens are blowing towards the radar, and right in here is where that tornadic circulation would be. And there is a tornado warning in effect now, which includes Normandy, Wartrace, Bell Buckle, Manchester, New Union, Summitville, Beech Grove, pretty much everyone besides Tullahoma, Flat Creek, and Mount Herman. Those are really the only areas that aren't included in this tornado warning that has just been reissued. But the circulation looks like it's starting to pick back up here as it moves into eastern Bedford County. So I'm going to go ahead and name off some streets here that could be impacted by this tornadic circulation. We're about to get a new scan in, so that'll help me out. We'll let the radar update here real quick. If anyone wants to send me pictures of the hail that they got in a messenger, that would be awesome. I'll send those over to the Weather Service when this storm is done. I'll be happy to send those over. So the rotation has come down just a bit in that last scan, but I'm still going to name off some of these streets here that are in the path of this tornadic circulation as it moves off to the east. So right now the circulation is right here along 41A in eastern Bedford County, just east of Shelbyville. So Three Forks Bridge Road, Cannon Road, Haley Road, Bug Scuffle Road, State Route 269 from Normandy to Wartrace will be impacted by this tornadic circulation. Hickerson Road, Red Hill Road, Bedford Lake Road, Lazy Branch Road, also Normandy Road, and Bill Russell Road. If I just named off any of the streets or roads that you live nearby, then this tornadic circulation is coming right towards you. So you want to make sure that you're taking those tornado precautions at this time with this tornadic circulation that's between Haley and Shelbyville right now. So I'm going to go back to the reflectivity view here. Some monster, they're probably quarter to golf ball size. It's not monster hail, but quarter to golf ball sized hail probably falling in Wartrace right now. And this is moving off towards Busy Corner and New Union over the next couple minutes here. So here we can see the supercell thunderstorm. The circulation is located right here, moving off towards Normandy and Normandy Lake, and eventually off towards Manchester. And then the hail on the north side of that will be coming across the northern portions of Manchester, Busy Corner, and New Union over the next couple of minutes. So here's the latest radar scan that is coming on in. I'm getting notifications off the wall right now. All right, so yes, there probably is some hail that's falling in Wartrace, but right now I'm more concerned about the tornadic circulation here that is about to come into Normandy. Okay, so let me do the road names again here. So Bill Russell Road, State Route 269, Courtner Mill Road, Normandy Road, Red Hill Road, C.K. Troxler Road, and the Valley View Community, Huffman Street, Frank Hiles Road, Lindell Bell Road into Coffee County, Cedar Point Road, Roberts Ridge Road, Bedford Lake Road, and then Red Hill Road when it reconnects back up with 269 on the north side there, Bug Scuffle Road, Haley Road, and Hickerson Road, and Lazy Branch Road. Some of these streets and roads will be impacted by this tornadic circulation over the next couple minutes. There's probably a wall cloud, a funnel cloud, maybe even there's a possible tornado, which is why we have the tornado warning in effect here for Bedford and Coffee County right now with this supercell thunderstorm in eastern Bedford County. So if you are in Shelbyville right now, you are in the clear from this particular severe thunderstorm. So there's a lot of lightning going on, a lot of heavy rainfall, but there is no immediate threat of a tornado in Shelbyville once this storm passes. Now there are still going to be some storms later on today, but for the time being, our storm threat has come to an end here in Shelbyville proper. Now, I will be watching a few of these little cells as they move into northwestern Bedford County, but for the time being, that's what we're looking at here in Shelbyville and points west. But right now, I do want to stay on this tornadic circulation here that we have in Bedford County. So here's where the possible tornado will be. The rotation signatures have come down just a little bit here over the past couple scans, which is good news. But still, just north of Normandy in the Valley View community, along Red Hill Road and Bedford Lake, along the northern shores of Normandy Lake, including Cedar Point Campground. This is where the tornadic circulation is pointing towards next as it moves off to the east and eventually into the city of Manchester. So Manchester will be up next for this circulation. It has broadened out a pretty good bit over the last couple scans, but still there is a tornado warning in effect, and we want to treat this like there's a tornado on the ground. Yes, the lightning will be picking up in Manchester. There's a lot of lightning with this storm, 50 strikes in the past 10-15 minutes here. So it's definitely a strong storm as it continues to move towards Coffee County. I'm going to go back to the reflectivity view here real quick, and we'll see that the hail is still coming down. It's stretching from Busy Corner all the way to War Trace here, quarter, maybe even golf ball sized hail that's falling just north of the parent circulation with this supercell. So a very, very strong storm here in Bedford and Coffee County. Tullahoma is fine for the time being. We need to watch this storm very closely here over southern Marshall County as it tries to skirt up this way. This could end up being a hail producer for Tullahoma, but we'll just have to wait and see. These storms have just kind of done their own thing all day today. So, all right. So here's the circulation still. It's directly over Normandy right now. So if you're on Red Hill Road, Huffman Street, downtown Normandy, there is a... okay, so a new tornado warning has just been issued for Bedford County as well. And this is for a different storm. So we'll see that pop up here in just a minute too. But we'll stay on this one for a little bit. There's tornado warnings like crazy everywhere this evening. So here is our velocity signature, and there's downtown Normandy. This is Normandy Road, and this is 269, follows the railroad tracks. And then this is a Valley View community right here, and this is Normandy Dam will be right here. And this is where the tornadic circulation is coming over right now. So if you're in the Valley View community, if you're in Normandy Lake or in a boat on Normandy Lake, you need to get into shore if you can. If you're in the Cedar Point campground on the north side of Normandy Lake, you need to be seeking shelter as well. So hopefully the new tornado warning will pop up here in just a second. Yeah, I can see what it's for right there. That's a really good circulation along I-65 in Giles County, and the way it's moving, it might impact Tullahoma here after a while. So we'll have to keep an eye on that here, and hopefully the warning box will pop up here in just a minute, so we can see it. But this is the tornadic circulation. It's pretty broad right now as it's coming over Normandy, but it's still fairly significant enough to warrant a tornado warning, and it could spin back up pretty quickly. So if you are in Shelbyville, including the lows, you're fine right now. But all these storms have little hooks on them, so you just have to be careful. But for the time being in Shelbyville, you're okay, minus some heavy rain and some wind. I'm trying to figure out where my tornado warning polygon's at, because it came out 3 minutes ago, so it should have already been up by now. All right. So with this little hook right here in Shelbyville, there's another storm that kind of started to form on the east side of Shelbyville right here. And there is a little bit of rotation showing up here on the western side of downtown Shelbyville. And you can see the reds and the greens right here, so we're going to need to watch that really closely over the next couple minutes. But hopefully I'll be able to... I don't know why that tornado warning isn't popping up for southern Bedford County yet. Let me check on that real quick. Oh. Okay, so the for some reason the tornado warning isn't populating in my software here, but I'm just going to throw it up here real quick. So this is the tornado warning that has just come out for southwestern Bedford County. So this includes Pleasant Grove and Mount Herman, right on the county line. So I'll keep an eye on that circulation, and hopefully the warning box will pop up. It's for this storm right here, so we'll have to keep an eye on that over the next couple minutes here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn back to the velocity data and look and see what the rotation is doing with this tornado warning in Bedford and Coffee, the main tornado warning anyway. So here it is right here over Normandy Lake right now. The reds and the greens close together. That's where the possible tornado would be right now, and it's moving towards Manchester. But the for the time being anyway, the rotation has really come down, which is good news. But we'll keep an eye on it, and then I need to keep an eye on this circulation right here too, with the tornado warning on it for southwestern Bedford County. So there's just tornado warnings galore right now. All right, I'm going to, real quick, I'm going to turn it over to the tornado warning information slide, and I'm going to restart my my radar software here, and hopefully that tornado warning will populate. Yeah, all right. Yes, if you're in the northern portions of Shelbyville, you're going to be all right now. The main issue is going to be the circulation over southern Shelbyville that I'm watching, but it's not currently tornado warned. Okay, sorry about that. I the fire alarm was going off in my apartment building, so I didn't want y'all to have to hear that. My ears are ringing now. But anyway, we still have 2 active tornado warnings in effect here for Bedford and Coffee counties. So the circulation here between Normandy and Manchester has really broadened out. They're still continuing the tornado warning, but it's not as concerning as it was just a little bit ago, which is good news. But I'm still going to be watching it just in case it tries to spin back up here. Now, with the tornado warning that we have in southwestern Bedford County, it's so the circulation is in Lincoln County technically, but I'm going to be watching it closely because it might try to skirt up towards southern Coffee County over the next 30 to 45 minutes. But there is a tornado warning in effect for southwestern Bedford. But I do not believe that there is any risk of a tornado in like Pleasant Grove or Bedford where the current tornado warning is in effect. So if you were in southwestern Bedford County around Pleasant Grove or Bedford or Wheel, and your phone went off for a tornado warning just a minute ago, I probably wouldn't worry too much about that just because the circulation is so far south. But there is it's a really nice circulation there coming into Lincoln County right now, and eventually Lynchburg. If you know anyone in Lynchburg, I would make sure that they are aware of this tornadic supercell that is headed their direction. But for the time being, there's nothing that concerning for our area besides some strong wind gusts. And maybe, there might still be a wall cloud associated with this rotation, but it's already dark outside, so it's getting pretty hard to see anyway. But we're going to stay with the tornado warning, and if you were in the tornado warning, including Manchester, New Union, Lakewood Park, I would stay in your tornado safe place just for a little bit longer. But Bell Buckle War Trace, you're okay for right now. Oh my gosh. Okay. So there's a lot of wind, a lot of heavy rain, maybe some hail even falling here, just northeast of Shelbyville along Highway 64 and moving into Haley. Probably some quarter-sized hail or so falling there right now. It's definitely not fun, but nothing directly tornadic, which is good news. Petersburg, there is a tornado warning in effect, and there's a really heavy storm happening, but the worst of the rotation is going to be south of Petersburg. Now, there is a tornado on the ground in Elkton right now. And that will be moving right across southern Lincoln County. But that's not going to impact Bedford or Coffee County. So there's a lot of stuff happening. A lot of stuff happening. So the tornado in Lincoln County is there's a tornadic circulation in Lincoln County. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but now there is a tornado on the ground moving into Lincoln County just north of Ardmore. I mean, this is insane because if you look at this, it's been a long time since I've seen something like this around here. I mean, there are just discrete supercell tornadoes everywhere. It's really crazy. The kind of severe weather outbreak we're seeing in Middle Tennessee today. There's all sorts of tornado warnings down here in Alabama, and there's some in there's some up here. There's even one up here north of Crossville, and there's all sorts of stuff happening right now. It's honestly hard to keep up with. But I'm looking at the circulation again here. Not really much happening with that circulation, and then that tornado warning over here in southwestern Bedford County is for this circulation here moving into Lincoln County. Kathleen, the tornado that is confirmed on the ground right now is in Elkton, Tennessee. This is in far southern Giles County, and it's moving into far southern Lincoln County. But this will not be an issue for Bedford or Coffee County. It won't even be an issue for Fayetteville. This is all south of our area. So, I think we're still expecting a line of strong to severe thunderstorms, which is round 2 later tonight. But we'll just have to see how much these storms worked over the atmosphere, because they're taking every little bit of energy that we have. So it looks like the tornado warned storm in right here where the circulation is kind of meager, they're going to replace it with a severe thunderstorm warning. And there are some pretty hefty gusts here that are showing up on the Huntsville radar site, 53 miles an hour. So it's going to get pretty windy. So they decided to go with a severe thunderstorm warning, like I was saying. And we also have a new tornado watch that will be issued for Bedford and Coffee County until 3 a.m. And this tornado watch will account for round 2, which is coming later today, or later tonight. I'm gonna look at some of these reports I had while I'm sitting here, and I'll show y'all some of the pictures that people have been sending to me. So here's one picture that I got from that's of the hail right on the north side of Shelbyville. I don't know why it's doing that, but it's right under quarter size probably. And then If anyone has pictures of the hail that fell, I would love to see them, because I'll show them here on the live stream. So here's some pictures of some tree damage, Lamb Road in Rover. So this is some tree damage. Krista Cunningham sent these to me. So there's I don't know why it keeps doing that. Gosh. So there's some limb damage, stuff like that. Oh, I think it's because it's trying to go through all this stuff. So Kristen sent this from Unionville. That's right under quarter-sized hail probably. And Madeline Arnold sent this. So pretty good sized hail. Yeah, that's a good picture there. So this is this is at Midland Road near the airport. Um, I can't really zoom in on it, but you can kind of see it there. That's really good pictures of some hail. I'm going to go ahead and send this in to the Weather Service. So yeah, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning that is taking place of the tornado warning, and then we're just kind of watching and and waiting now. I'm not going to go off the live just because there's so much stuff going on. It's really a lot. So. Uh, I'm going to see if I can. Okay. I'm going to send this report in real quick. All right, I'll look at the storm in Lincoln County. Um, since we're not, so there's really two. There's this is crazy. There's two tornadic signatures that are moving through Lincoln County right now. The one that is most concerning would be this one that has the. That's why it's in purple. That's a tornado confirmed. And then we have this tornadic couplet here over northwestern Lincoln County as well. It just kind of fell apart in that last radar loop, but still it could tighten back up pretty quickly. Now, as it pertains to Tullahoma, you're getting a little bit of rain on the north side of town, but nothing too concerning there. But there is some pretty good sized hail that's about to start falling in Manchester. So if you're in Manchester, probably going to get some quarter-sized hail or so in the next couple seconds. But the active tornado threat has at least gone down a little bit over the past couple minutes. So we are all clear for the time being in Unionville, but there are additional storms that will form and move through. We have a new tornado watch that has just come out. So this tornado watch will run until 3 in the morning, and it's going to be a long night, folks. So it's going to be a very long night. The tornado warning for southwestern Bedford County has been canceled, and the tornado warning for Coffee and central Bedford County has been canceled as well. So the only thing that I'm really looking at that's concerning at this moment for our immediate area would be this hail that's moving through the north side of Manchester right now. So right around the fairgrounds and the farm, and just north of the square is where the heaviest hail is right this second. If you were in Bedford or Coffee County, you can come out of your tornado safe place at this time. The tornado threat has come to an end for the time being. Now, could we get another warning here in a little bit? That absolutely, but for the time being, everything looks good. The tornado threat in Manchester is fine, is done for right now. But the hail, there's a lot of hail. The aqua blues and magentas that are along the north side of town right here. Probably some quarter-sized hail. Yeah, Manchester's just getting the heavy rain and the hail. It looks like the storm is trying to get better organized again with the inflow, but for the time being, there's not an immediate tornado threat. The Unionville is fine for right now. So if you're in Lincoln County, this tornado warned storm right here is pretty stout. But that'll stay south of our area, and then this tornado warning seems to have been cut off by the southern storm for the most part. So it might be severe warned, but the tornadic signature has come down pretty good. There might be some small hail even falling up here around Rover too right now, and y'all have already got a lot of rain. Actually, let me see if I can. Well, that would be level 3. It's going to look weird for a second here. Well, I don't guess it's on there. I might have to go somewhere else and look for it later. So the tornado warning that's down here in Lincoln County, it does include Lynchburg. Okay, so a new tornado warning is about to come out for this storm in Coffee County right here. So like I was saying, the inflow is becoming better organized. The rotation is starting to get a little better here. So heads up for Hillsborough and Asbury. This new tornado warning is about to come out, and will include Hillsborough and Asbury. All right, so the new tornado warning just came out for Coffee County, and this is for the rotation that's starting to become a little better organized here as the storm tries to regain some inflow, but it's still fairly broad. But this is moving towards Hillsborough right now. I'm going to go, we'll name some of the roads off here. So State Route 127, Rogers Crusher Road, Lusk Cove Road, Stephenson Road, Blue Springs Road, Old Airport Road, Asbury Road, Hickerson Road, Harpo Road, Henry Cove Road, the AEDC Road, Manchester Industrial Parkway. So this is where the tornadic circulation is located at, where the warning is in Coffee County. So that warning just came out just a couple seconds ago. So I'm going to turn that off. And okay, so there's a tornado warning polygon. It does include as far west as Tullahoma, but Tullahoma is in the clear from this specific storm, or the circulation of this specific storm. The main circulation here is going to be coming into Hillsboro along some of these roads that are listed here. So it's about to cross I-24 right now, right around exit 114. And the tornado warning does include Manchester and New Union as well, and Summitville, but the main circulation here is between Manchester and Arnold Air Force Base, moving into Hillsboro and Asbury. So I'm going to go back here. Let me turn off the spatial tools. All right. So we have this hail core here over Manchester. There was pea-sized hail that was reported in downtown Manchester. So it might be a little bit bigger than peas in a few areas. But the storm is trying to wrap back up here as it moves into Hillsboro. And it'll be coming into Hillsboro within the next 5 minutes or so. Heavy hail in Manchester. Thank you, Mary. So, the tornadic rotation that was over here to begin with, that the Lynchburg storm was warned for, has greatly weakened. But the tornadic circulation right here is the one that's still trucking here right along the state line in Lincoln County. And there's a few circulations here in Alabama as well, but those should stay to our south. So here's where the tornado warning is. The velocity signature is still fairly meager, but it could wrap back up any minute here, as it's moving right over the forest at Arnold Air Force Base on the north side. No, there is not a tornado over Brushy Branch Road. This is this tornado. If there was one on the ground, it would be right around Arnold Air Force Base, the highway there, and coming into Hillsboro. So Shelbyville is in the clear for the time being, but we do have another tornado watch that has just come out. So that'll be overnight tonight with round number 2. This is round number 1. So a still very long night to go here, folks. Very, very long night to go. So here's the circulation with the latest update. It's still looks fairly broad as it moves into Hillsboro. So the moderate risk has been extended into. It includes all of Bedford and Coffee County now. So. I'm just looking through my Facebook page right now because I've been missing a lot of stuff on here. Let me make sure that I'm not missing anything. All right. So, again, if you're just now joining us, we are watching a tornado warned storm that is moving into Hillsboro right now. The rotation is fairly broad with this tornado warning, but it's still a very, very strong storm and likely producing at least 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and even some hail here on the northern side of the circulation in just north of Asbury and just east of Manchester. Now, otherwise, across the area, there's a few storms, still fairly strong storms across eastern Bedford County, including Bell Buckle, War Trace, Beech Grove. There's a little cell on the west side of Shelbyville, and Flat Creek and Ross is getting in on some of the rain that will be moving into Tullahoma here shortly. So there's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff happening here in Bedford County and Coffee County. I'm currently in Huntsville, Alabama, because I go to school down here, and I'm having to keep an eye on stuff myself because there are like 3 storms down here that have tornadoes on the ground apparently. So I'm trying to keep myself updated with what's going on down this way in case I need to take shelter here after a while. But right now, it's it's all good for me here. But we're just going to keep on watching this tornado warning here in eastern Coffee County. Yeah, there's likely some pretty good hail falling here over Asbury. So in Flat Creek, you're just getting some moderate rain. Nothing too concerning there. I'm gonna get a water real quick because my throat's getting dry from talking so much. So I'm gonna get a water real quick. I'm gonna turn it back to the velocity. And still fairly broad rotation here just south of Hillsboro, and it's about to move into to Grundy County. All right, so, whew, okay. Let's just take a broader look here at everything that's going on right now, because this is pretty insane. So we have a tornado warning, two tornado warnings right here, or I think it's just one tornado warning. We have another tornado warning. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 tornado warnings in effect from Crossville all the way down to near Decatur, Alabama. So it's just there's so much going on tonight. This was honestly probably a little bit more than what the models were expecting with this first round here. But this is a very, very impressive system. Manchester, you're looking pretty good right now. There's just some heavy rainfall and maybe some leftover hail from the hail core that just moved through. But overall, it's just some rotation near Hillsboro, just southeast of Hillsboro that I'm watching. Manchester is pretty much done for right now, for this particular round of storms. Let me show y'all the. I'm gonna try to pull it up here real quick. The Duck River Electric. The power outage map. Because it's yeah, so it's not too terribly bad here in Bedford County, but so we'll look at it here real quick. So this is where the tornado moved through, the confirmed tornado with the tornado emergency earlier. There was a lot of damage reported out in this area, and there are a lot of people without power over there. Or close to 3,000, 4,000, 3,000 to 4,000 people without power over there. And then on the eastern side of Coffee County that is seen now, this is the third storm of the evening over for y'all. There are a lot of power outages ongoing in eastern Coffee County from Manchester over to Summitville and down to Hillsboro. So there's a lot of power difficulties. There's 500 people without power from Beech Grove down to Wartrace too. So a lot of power outages. These are very electrical storms. So even if there's not wind damage or anything, the lightning can sure take out some power and some power lines. So besides the little bit of broad rotation that we have right here over southeastern Coffee County, there's not really much going on. They're still fairly strong storms, but nothing too concerning. Lynchburg, there's a severe thunderstorm warning, but it's not that impressive right now. Just some heavy rainfall and maybe some pea-sized hail, but nothing too bad there. So in the Hillsboro area, um, there are probably some strong wind gusts coming through right now, maybe up to 55, 60 miles an hour. But I have to scroll all the way down here in the chat room. So the rotation that I'm really most concerned about with this particular warning would be between Hillsboro and the county line here with Grundy County on I-24. But it's still fairly broad at this point. So Shelbyville is in the clear for right this second. But there's still some storms to come later tonight. Sorry, my throat is getting so sore from talking so much. I'm trying to talk louder. But for Coffee County, there's a hail core that's between Asbury and Viola along State Highway 127, and that's moving off to the east into Grundy County. And then the circulation is also about to leave Coffee County entirely and move off onto the Cumberland Plateau in Grundy County as well. Now, the rest of Coffee County, there's some strong storms that are ongoing. Lakewood Park, Noah, even down in Tullahoma, you're getting some pretty good little thunderstorm, but nothing severe at this point. Fayetteville, you're going to get some heavy rain here over the next couple minutes, but the tornado with this tornado warning will likely go to your south. So. Bedford County, you're looking pretty good too for the time being. There's some stronger storms and maybe some small hail, but the worst of the severe weather is off to your east. But I want everyone to know that this is just the first round of severe storms. So there's another round that will come through later tonight, which is why we have the new tornado watch that is in effect until 3 a.m. So I'm going to go ahead and show you on one of our models here. Let me come down a little bit closer, zoomed in, so we can see. So this is all the stuff that's happening right now. And then you can see this line, this complex of storms comes through after midnight. So we have, this is 2 a.m. and the line of storms is coming through Nashville, Columbia, down to Jackson and Memphis. And then by 3 a.m., it's coming right through the heart of Bedford and Coffee County. Now, we can't say for sure that it will exactly hit at 3 a.m., but we can narrow it down from like, midnight to 5 a.m. or something like that, and it'll be somewhere in that range. So this will be mostly a damaging wind threat when this comes through, but it also depends on how much the environment is able to destabilize again, because we've had a lot of rain with these storms. So the atmosphere is probably a little worked over after all that rain we've had. That's what I'm getting at, Timothy. Basically, there will be a chance that the next round is a little bit less of a mess than this one was, but considering all the stuff that has happened so far today, I wouldn't be surprised if there was another round of pretty stout thunderstorms. So there's a new tornado warning. Oh wow! Can you believe it? A new tornado warning has been issued for Coffee, Grundy, and Warren County, and this is for the circulation that is almost completely out of Coffee County by now. So if you got an alert on your phone in Manchester or something, I wouldn't be too concerned with that, because the main circulation here that we are watching is moving off into Grundy County. And hopefully we'll see that pop up here in just a second. In Moore County, there's not anything to be concerned about right now. It's just a little storm. But I'm gonna look at I'm gonna check the chat room real quick. Oh, I had to scroll back down again. So here's the new tornado warning that I was just talking about. And this is for the little notch that you see that's moving off onto the Cumberland Plateau in Grundy County right now. So nothing to be too concerned about if you're in Coffee County by now. Maybe some strong winds and some heavy rain, but besides that, we're just watching strong summertime thunderstorms at this point. But I am going to, so I'm going to leave this running for a little bit, and if there's another warning or something that I need to come back on here for, I will. But the tornado threat in Bedford and Coffee County with round 1 is over for the time being. And if there are any more warnings or anything before round 2, I'll come back on, and I'll probably shut it off once the storms move out of Bedford County altogether. But I'm going to keep watching just in case some of these hail cores that are trying to perk up, just in case they want to put a severe thunderstorm warning on those. But I believe that the tornado threat is mostly done for round 1 in our area. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll be back on in just a little bit to clear everything up, and then we'll get ready for round 2. All right, everybody. So for the time being, there are no severe thunderstorm or tornado warnings in our immediate area. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off the live stream for a little bit here. I plan on coming back on should any warnings be issued with the storms that we have moving in with round 2. And I will make a updated post about round 2 here in just a little bit. So thank you guys for tuning in, and y'all have a blessed night. And just to be clear, this is not an all clear for all of the severe weather threat. We still could have a complex of severe thunderstorms move through the area this evening. So probably between midnight and 5 a.m. So make sure you continue to stay weather aware overnight tonight.